I had not intended to go into professional religious work when, in my earlier years, I thought I wanted to go into government foreign service, which expressed my international kinds of orientation and interest. But while I was in the Army, like many people, I decided that I did want to go into professional religious work. I didn't know just what that would be. During my time in the Army, I was in a unit that had a lot of intellectuals in it. Some of us were in the Japanese language program because we knew a little bit of Japanese from having grown up there, and others were in the program because they were university students who thought that spending the war in learning and translating a language would be more interesting than having a rifle. And it was quite a different kind of contact for me, mostly from New York. My associations had been almost entirely with Protestants, and these were almost entirely either Jews or Catholics. It was a very broadening experience, and in some ways intensified my interest in religion. Made me aware that religious interest didn't really fit in the dominant culture, that there was a tension between the kinds of things I grew up believing and the way well-educated people thought about the world. So that was the beginning of my struggle with religious ideas, rather than simply assimilating them as a child is likely to do. And that was when I decided I'd go to the University of Chicago, where I understood it would be possible to investigate these intellectual problems quite seriously. The process of investigating them quickly led me to sort of have a collapse of all the ideas I'd brought with me. Even though I thought I'd tested them a little bit in relationship to my friends and colleagues and my reading, they didn't survive even 1 year of serious examination in the academy. At that point, I either had to give it all up or else engage in study with people who I, by then, understood had been through all these problems themselves. And so I shifted to the Divinity School, where I knew that my faculty was not ignorant of the intellectual crises of the modern world, and gradually rebuilt a way of understanding Christianity and faith that has, of course, kept changing through a lifetime, but basically has sustained me since that time.